Next piece. In From Russia with Love, we asked questions: were the Germans duped? Or was there a separate group to Hitler? And we based this on the notion that Hitler was delivering the narrative of the blue-eyed blondes being the ultimate, the master race. Except there was two problems with that statement. One, he wasn't blue-eyed blonde to begin with, which makes absolutely no sense for the so-called egotistic megalomaniac as the world perceives, as ultimately, under the narrative that was pushed forward, he would have had to wipe himself out, as he wasn't blue-eyed blonde. And two, why did the Nazis then attack the Poles, the Slavs and the Russians, many of whom were the master race, Aryan and blue-eyed blondes? It made no sense. And we also put forward this was an attack on whites, mainly, done by totalitarian creep. One word split into three, which means destroy the Aryan. But perhaps this piece from a document will give you a bit more clarity. Now, Hitler's system argued that the blue-eyed blondes were the master race and should rightfully rule the world, although mainly due to the concept at the time of political correctness, since the US was championing integration and race equality. That is yet another example of the light and the dark, the boogeyman and the saviour, and it's all BS. And people look down on Hitler's argument that the blue-eyed blondes were somehow superior, and it should be noted and also recognised by the masses that the United States, not Germany, used the same genetic selection system when it was fighting Hitler. So here's what came out of the document. If you go back and find some colour pictures of men in the US Navy during the 1940s and also the early 1950s, you will find out that they were all blue-eyed blondes. All of them. Oops. And they're not just blue-eyed, but the special blue eyes, what is known as azure blue, which sort of shines as if it was lit up. There were no exceptions. And people do not seem to realise that the different US armed forces were populated with specific genetic types before the services were ordered integrated. The Air Force also, like the Hitler model, SS genetics. Incidentally, the SS is a schematic symbol for the double helix of the DNA molecule. Told you we'd hear a lot more about genetics, and this is not the last either. And the army was for the lower genetic classes, which means brown eyes and not necessarily white skin. So there you have it. From Russia with Love series confirmed again. The illusion was that there was an enemy and that we were the good guys when there was no enemies or good guys. Just pawns in a program of let's eliminate the whites, connected to the Great North, the Urs and the Rus. They taught. Why? Because they were the most advanced humans ever on this planet and a threat to the dark forces. Now, for further confirmations of our series, and in particular From Russia with Love 8A and C, is when you find out that Zen is mind-thought based. And Zen derives its name from Zeus. Well, Zen master is also another Ophiuchus term. Remember, their word for guardian was master.